Hi, I'm Tyler.
And I'm Katie. You're listening to Not-Stalgia, installment 2 of our Cool Sheet Classics. Welcome back. Grab your sheet, put it on the ground, and buckle in for a long movie. For those of you who are maybe new to our podcast, I don't know if you've just started listening right now. That's really great.
Every episode is someone's first
Every episode is somebody's first episode. So I'm going to do a real quick Cool Sheet Classics intro. Cool Sheet Classics are when I get to take over the podcast. It's the most fun month of the year, and I spend a month watching old classic movies with Tyler, because when I was growing up, we did not have air conditioning, and on the hottest days of the year, my mom would snap a nice chilly percale sheet out on our living room rug, and we would watch a movie from the library. Lots of great movies in our Cool Sheet Classics, volumes 1 and 2. This is volume 3. Isn't that nuts? I can't believe we've been doing Cool Sheet Classics for 3 years. The best month of the year. So welcome to Cool Sheet Classics, volume 3, week 2. Today we are watching South Pacific. Tyler, do you have a spare 2 hours and 30 minutes laying around?
2 hours in. I believe it said 47 or 37.
Holy
Find out. Click up once or twice. You'll see it at the top.
Do you have a spare 2 hours and 38 minutes laying around?
Do I? Yeah, of course I do. And no, I have not seen this before.
Oh
I don't even
gosh.
think I know. Okay, here's what I know. Some Enchanted Evening. Is that from this?
Oh, classic.
And it's that guy who got that real deep voice.
Oh, you could just...
I can't even...
You could sink into that rumbly bass voice and just let it, like a beanbag chair, hug you.
Is there any other song from this that I would know from culture but not from the movie?
Here's some songs you might know. Dites-moi? No?
I don't think so.
Little creepy kids singing that one.
Nah.
How about A Cockeyed Optimist?
Nope.
Bloody Mary?
I don't think so.
There Is Nothing Like a Dame?
Nope.
Bally High?
Are you just naming them all, or are these the ones you thought I might know?
Okay, here's the issue. I know all of these because I had a cassette tape of South Pacific that I would listen to in the car, and then I would do little performances on the step in my living room. So lots of really good ones.
Insane childhood you had. This was in the 90s and early 2000s, I'd like to point out.
I'm going to wash that man right out of my hair.
No.
No?
No.
I'm in love with a wonderful guy. Everybody knows that one.
Sing a little bit, or hum it.
I'm as corny as Kansas in August. I'm as normal as blueberry pie. Okay, we know that one. Great. How about Happy Talk?
No.
No? Honey Bun?
Nope.
You've got to be carefully taught?
Nope. Corn pudding? Is that?
It's kind of corn pudding, yeah.
All right. Enough with the songs. So no songs that have leached into my life.
Yeah, which is sad. Because these songs are bangers. Absolute.
All right.
Bangers. Okay, so South Pacific is a 1958 American romantic musical, right? So it's not like an adventure musical. It is a romantic musical based on the 1949 Rodgers and Hammerstein stage musical South Pacific, which in turn is loosely based on James Michener's 1947 short story collection, Tales of the South Pacific, which I thought was really interesting because I had no idea. So Rodgers and Hammerstein write the stage musical, full of bangers, as we just articulated. The film was directed by Joshua Logan. It stars Rossano Brazzi, Mitzi Gaynor, John Kerr, and Ray Walston in leading roles. And then it stars Juanita Hall as Bloody Mary. She originally played this role in the stage production. The film was nominated for 3 Academy Awards. It won the Academy Award for Best Sound for Fred Hines. It is set in 1943 during World War II on an island in the South Pacific. Do you need any more plot than that?
No, I don't want any more plot than that. I like to go in at least a little cold.
All right, I'm going to let you go in a little bit blind. I think you need to know that there's some age gap love happening here.
Oh.
Take a look at your first
Rossano
two.
Brazzi and Mitzi Gaynor?
Yeah, take a look at your first two there.
Okay. Yeah, we have the images of the cast up on the screen, presumably from around the time of the movie.
Yep,
Maybe
there's also some interracial romance, which is really interesting for the time. Yep.
Is it controversial within the show? Or are there characters who have a problem with it?
Yes.
Interesting.
I wanted to plug a little bit of Tales from the South Pacific in here because I thought that the story was really interesting. So James Michener could have avoided military service in World War II because he was a Quaker, but he goes ahead and enlists in the U.S. Navy in 1942. They don't send him to the South Pacific Theater until 1944. And they were like, listen, James, you're not strong. You're not fast. You cannot use a firearm very well. What you can do really well is write. So you're going to go over there in April of 1944 and you're going to write a history of the Navy in the Pacific, and you can travel wherever you want, but that is your job. You're not going to kill anybody.
Wow.
And I honestly think that like maybe the next war that you get drafted into, Tyler,
me?
like,
Are they going to let me podcast?
they might send you as a podcaster.
Like Good Morning Vietnam?
Yes.
But as a podcast?
Yeah, it's called Not-Stalgia Vietnam too.
It's also similar to, I don't know if you remember Stan Berenstain.
Yes, yes.
He was making a magazine and things like
Yes.
over during his time in the military. Okay.
Yeah, we don't always think of like military service as like kind of a wide net,
Yeah.
you know, until you remember that my grandfather essentially just peeled potatoes in Korea for many years.
Were we just talking about somebody who was in charge of the sports in war? I forget.
Oh, yeah. It was
I can't remember who
the
it was.
baseball guy who had the dogs.
Yeah, it was the Littlest Hobos owner. Yes, thank you.
But yes, essentially my grandfather, God rest his soul, was an American hero, but he did peel a lot of potatoes. And then his job was to be the guy who holds a gun when they have to clear out the brothels. They would send him
to
and
get
a really...
all the other guys back from shore leave.
They would be like, hey, there's too many sailors in this brothel.
And they probably don't want to come back to the ship.
Yep,
right?
Rut, you got to go clear them out. And they sent him and like the largest man on the ship to go clear them
Gave
out.
him
And my
the gun.
grandfather was like 103 pounds at the time, and they gave him a gun.
Yeah.
What a weird idea.
It's an important job. Okay, so Tales from the South Pacific was specifically being written by him almost in his official capacity.
No.
Oh.
While he was over there, they were like, you can travel around, you can write this history of the Navy. That is your
We're
job.
back to Michener, not
Yes,
your
Michener,
grandfather.
not my
Got it.
grandfather.
Okay.
Michener, this is your job. He gets on a plane going to New Caledonia, and the plane crashes, like just nose into the ground, and he survives. And after this near-death experience, he was motivated to write fiction. And he was like, I'm going to listen to all these stories that soldiers are telling, not about the history of the Navy, but about like, what is it like to be a soldier in this foreign world, like completely different from where you grew up. And, you know, he started to write that down. So he went to the Treasury Islands, where he discovered a village called Bali High, which he described as a village that was populated by, quote, scrawny residents and only one pig.
How's there only one pig? How did it get there?
So he was really struck by the name. He, for some reason, like this name just got like kind of stuck. It was like an earworm for him. And he started to like get his typewriter out, and he would write like different versions of these different stories that he heard. He also went to an island called Espiritu Santo, and he met a woman named Bloody Mary. And she was this tiny, like toothless woman who was chewing betel nuts. Are you familiar with betel nuts?
I am, yes. It's like you sort of brush your teeth with them, but they make your mouth real gross and weird.
Yeah, it's essentially...
Are you getting high?
Yes, it's essentially like a form of dip or chewing tobacco. So you chew these nuts and then you spit, and like all your spit is red. He met Bloody Mary, whose mouth was all red from these betel nuts. Bloody Mary was always cursing in English. Like she didn't know that much English, but she would like curse at you in English, and she would complain about the French colonial government, which wouldn't let her and the other native Tonkinese return to Vietnam.
Oh, man.
Because they were all like enslaved working on these French colonial plantations. She told him about she wanted to have like a war against the French colonial Indo-Chinese colonists. So he's writing all this down. James Michener is like, yep, keep going, Bloody Mary. Like, I got to write all this out. He, you know, meets a plantation owner who has mixed children, and he writes all of these tales in the Tales of the South Pacific. Rodgers and Hammerstein adapted into a musical, and it's pretty, I would say, from my research, I would say pretty faithful. Bloody Mary shows up. We have a plantation owner with mixed children. We have these like interracial relationships that Michener's chronicling, because like GIs are just hanging out on these islands with these gorgeous gorgeous South Asian women, and they're like, yeah, I want to marry this girl and I want to take her back to America. So it's a really interesting adaptation, I think, and they set it to an absolutely banging score. I did want to make one quick note about the color correction in this movie, and you'll notice it. It's very noticeable if we have the right printing of the movie. for the musical scenes, the director of photography like overlaid essentially a piece of cellophane over the camera lens. They were shooting in Hawaii, and the director of photography was like, this is going to make it like so much more romantic and beautiful and lush and tropical. And everyone hated it. There was no time to reshoot it because like they were on a schedule, and the director of photography is quoted as saying, I wish I could have stood outside the theater with a big sign that said, I don't like the colors either. People were mad at him about it.
Before the era where you could fix it with a computer, so long before.
I am not 100% sure if this movie is doing the very best that it possibly could at the time, racially, or not.
Okay.
I'm not going to give you any more than that. This movie attempts, and we'll see how successful it is, to comment on like racism, ethnocentrism, interracial relationships. Can you love a man's biracial children that aren't yours? There's a lot going on, Tyler.
When you were a little girl
Yes.
watching this, how much of that did you get, or were you just like, wow, these songs are great, this romance is great?
A little bit of both, but I'm going to tell you, my mom was pretty good at kind of structuring my movie viewing. Mm-hmm. And I think she did a good job, especially when we get to the song You've Got to Be Carefully Taught, about explaining that, like, yes, you have to teach people to hate each other. Like, no one comes out of the womb hating their fellow people.
Right. If that's a song in this movie,
I think they might be doing the best that they possibly
whether
could.
Whether or not, right.
But I can't be sure.
It holds up to our modern standards,
Yes.
which of course it can't. At least they're trying?
Yes.
Okay.
So here is my recollection of South Pacific. Everyone is really good looking for the most part, except Bloody Mary. But that's by design.
Damn.
She's all stained up. She doesn't have any teeth. The set and landscape design is sticking out in my mind as very beautiful. Mm-hmm. And the heroine is super spunky, which I love.
Okay. We're going to see if it holds up to your memory. When's the last time you watched this movie, Kate?
Oh my gosh. Maybe I was like 8.
Whoa, single digits.
Who can explain it? Who can tell you why? Fools give you reasons. Wise men never try. Some enchanted evening.
And don't worry, there's an overture. Tyler, these songs are ingrained in my brain.
Is this your favorite musical?
No.
Was it when you were a child?
It's up there.
What's your favorite musical?
That I've seen, or that was on my cassette tape?
In general.
On my cassette tapes, it was Les Miserables, the original Broadway cast. My favorite musical, like as a kid growing up.
Sure.
Does Mary Poppins count?
Hell yeah.
Mary Poppins then. But I'm not gonna lie, Annie Get Your Gun was up there.
It was great.
It's so fun, right?
Sort of.
Except for the
a
last
while.
4 minutes.
It got really bad really quick.
Quit ham boning.
I can ham bone all I want. It's what Rodgers and Hammerstein would have wanted.
Honestly, I think you might be right. Oh my God, that Bally High riff. It's stuck in my brain like James Michener's. Already, this is, obviously, movies are a visual medium. You can tell this is like a location that is very different than you are used to, right? Like you have this gorgeous, sweeping, minor score right now. Mm-hmm. You've got Bally High playing in the background.
Just beautiful shots. So sometimes when they adapt a Broadway show into a movie, it's like, I feel like it's maybe lesser than the show.
No, yeah.
But here, this is a real argument for why it's a good idea to adapt it, because like the location is so important, and to show these visuals, you just simply cannot in a Broadway show to this extent. So interesting.
So there it is.
There's a
There's some
weirdly colored shot.
Yeah, a colored issue here. People are very
Everything's
mad
yellow.
about it. They were so mad when it came out. But it's like you go to see this epic, right? And you want to see this exotic location, right, in full
And
color.
you'd be like, why is it so yellow?
And you're like, why is it yellow and purple? There's another one. See?
There's a blue one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. So far, the vibe of this movie is slow and steady.
Yep.
We had an entire overture on a black screen. Now we're into basically another overture over very calm, slow shots. Some of it's just like a tree blowing in the wind. Some of it's guys paddling.
But it's also, think of the folks who are watching this have maybe never seen footage of Hawaii, let alone the place that's supposed to be the South Pacific,
Sure.
Also, you can see we're in the South Pacific. It's very hot. It's very humid. Everyone is like shirtless and in a vest.
It's funny how unglamorously these pilots and the crew on this aircraft are being portrayed.
Look, they're ham boning. We've all of a sudden descended down to this island, right, where all the enlisted sailors are, and there only appears to be one woman on the island, Bloody Mary.
And many men.
And they're like, oh my God, she's just like leathery.
Whose skull is that she has?
It could be anyone's. She seems like a little unwell, too. Like she's got a skull that she carries around with her. And our straight-laced lieutenant has just arrived in this.
Like, hey, why are y'all singing a Bloody Mary?
It's very loose here. Nobody's in uniform.
Right.
Like a complete uniform. They're all either wearing like dungarees or whatever. They're all ham boning. Yeah, everybody's ham boning. Imagine you're like, okay, I'm here. I'm the lieutenant who's here to enforce order, and we have to do a special secret mission. And you get there and everybody's doing this. They've all lost their minds. It is, in fairness, it's probably 97 degrees with 100% humidity. Yeah. There's also some kind of like local economy going on where Luther Billis, Stewpot, and the professor are all making grass skirts for Bloody Mary to sell. I just love the idea that like all these enlisted men and Seabees are like braiding grass skirts because they don't, they're like in the Pacific Theater, but like things are not happening.
What else is there to do?
God, the pants in this musical are incredible. They're all obsessed with Bali High, which is like this island shrouded in mist in the distance that they can't get to because they can't sign out a boat. And they're like, what could be over there? Riches, women, like what could be on Bali High, which I think is such a fun detail. You know what I mean? So this island, there's barely any women.
Bloody Mary.
There's Bloody Mary, maybe some nurses, but
I want to get over there.
All the women,
the French women,
have been ferried over to Bali High because they heard that the GIs were coming, which is probably the right choice. This is one of the songs I used to perform on the step in my living room. It is called There Is Nothing Like a Dame. It is an absolute bop, and if you hate it, I might cry.
But it's sung from the perspective of a bunch of horny sailors.
Men, yes, yeah.
Okay.
Imagine me hiking my pants up real high like Luther Billis and
Are you
dancing
playing
around.
all the roles?
Oh, yeah. Why did my family let me do this?
Yeah, they're like, we can't let her watch Nickelodeon. Who knows what it'll do to her? And meanwhile, here's what you're doing instead.
Meanwhile, we got Stewpot in his crop top. It's a buffet of masculinity also.
I'm surprised how many shirtless guys are here. Mm-hmm. Like, how many movies have a bunch of shirtless men in them at this time?
Oh, yeah. It's all these men milling about. It's kind of unsettling. They're just doing like some choreographed milling here, you know? They're not really dancing that much.
No.
I want more dancing. I want like when we showed up at the island, everybody's doing headstands and ham boning and slapping each other.
We know they can dance.
Come on, don't you love a bassy voice?
Stewpot is unhinged.
Uh-oh. Here's all the nurses. They're all jogging through the sand.
They know what they're doing.
They do.
Look at her.
Oh, they sure do. There's Mitzi Gaynor looking cute as hell. It's such a great detail that like they spend all this time singing about like, I can't wait to get over there and see them women. I love these women. And then the second
Mitzi Gaynor,
the second Mitzi Gaynor talks to you, you get all bashful. Love it. Luther Billis is washing Mitzi Gaynor's shirts and starching them. What a simp. Look at Luther Billis's little capris. The outfits are great in this. Look at the shredded khaki underpants basically on that guy. Bloody Mary's like in love at first sight. She calls him sexy.
She calls him a sexy man. That's kind of scandalous.
Right? Isn't it so risque?
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised by a lot in this movie so far. All the shirtless guys running around, use of the term sexy man. I just wasn't expecting it from a movie from this era.
Caricature or not, Bloody Mary has got spunk.
She did just tell Luther he's not sexy.
Bali High does look inviting. Shrouded in mist.
You glossing over Bloody Mary's shrunken head she's carrying around?
She just carried it around. She sells stuff. She's an entrepreneur at her core, right? She's selling grass skirts. She's selling shrunken heads. There's an island here. She sees all these GIs with army money. She's got to make a living. All these guys are trying so hard to get to Bali High. See, isn't Bali High calling to you?
Glowing.
It's like a Wile E. Coyote situation, isn't it?
Yeah, there might as well be an aroma wafting off of it that's lifting the lieutenant off the ground.
All right, here's the here's the color.
Everything's magenta now.
Her voice is beautiful. Juanita Hall's voice is absolutely gorgeous, and she doesn't have enough to do with it in this musical. But right, her voice is like operatic in quality.
Why is there that one pretty hot guy in the back who's like looks just like a hot guy now?
Yeah.
Everybody else looks like good, but like kind of
know.
normal. That guy's distractingly
Right? He's really hot.
I don't know his name.
I'm telling you, it's a buffet of masculinity, this movie. You don't like your Luther Billis, you got Stewpot. You don't like Stewpot, you got distractingly hot guy in the background.
Now that everything's red, there's a smoke machine behind Bloody Mary.
Lot going on. As you can see, it didn't win an Oscar for cinematography, Tyler.
Well, other than this stupid color stuff,
it's beautiful, right? Yeah.
I've been intrigued by how often, maybe not often, but how every once in a while they will break away from their typical like wide musical wide shots to like very modern looking close-ups.
Yes.
The whole thing feels weirdly modern, even with its very traditional musical elements and the age of it. I'm intrigued by this, but I don't know what I was expecting it to feel older. It doesn't feel that old to me.
It feels timeless in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I think it has a lot to do with the shirtlessness.
And we're watching a very, like, the best transfer that exists of this, and these color things are making it muddy and hard to see.
Yes.
This must have looked real weird on your library VHS.
Very weird.
But
but it's like it's like a fever dream.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And
where
it's
you're just like
supposed to be. Right. Like very mysterious and magical almost, yeah.
I do just want to note that Giorgio Tozzi is credited for Emile's singing voice. He sings for Rossano Brazzi, who's Emile DeBeck. I just want to throw that out there because that bassy beanbag chair voice deserves a little credit. Mitzi Gaynor sings for herself. I like Luther Billis's little belly. I don't know what it is.
So he's got his shirt open. Unless he's being bashful and talking to Mitzi Gaynor.
He's having toddler summer.
Tell me out.
Look at that guy's shorts.
You can't even see him over his utility belt.
Lieutenant Joseph Cable's hair, eyebrows, and skin are all the same color. He's just like sandy, vaguely sandy. You didn't think there was going to be also military intrigue, right?
Yeah, I guess it didn't occur to me. I just wanted some more fun song and dance.
Right, because Tyler, don't forget, there's a war happening. It's not just jorts and Stewpot. Here's Mitzi Gaynor having tea with Emile DeBeck.
With an older French man.
How are his linen pants perfectly wrinkled?
It's not fair. When I get linen pants and I think they're going to look good, there's just like insane wrinkling.
Tyler, these are both impossible standards. Mitzi Gaynor doesn't have internal organs here. Her waist is basically snatched to her spine. Yeah, Mitzi Gaynor has seen some
Yeah, she's like, this old picture of me, that's when I was young and naive.
I was 18 there, and now I'm 19, and I've seen quadruple amputees, and I've had to clamp off a man's bleeding leg with my teeth.
Meanwhile, the filter's being slid on as we watch. It's just getting yellower and yellower. Bold of Mitzi here to be witnessing World War II firsthand and remaining a cockeyed optimist.
I mean, the lyrics are, if you really listen, though, it's like kind of tortured, right? Yeah. She's like, I can't be sad.
She said, I'm stuck like a dope with hope, yeah.
Let's not forget that it's probably 95 degrees right now with 98% humidity, and she is wearing leather pumps. Mitzi Gaynor's tougher than anyone I know. Those shoes are probably squelching with sweat.
Every time she walks.
I mean, Daddy DeBeck he's a good looking man. Also, like the open-mindedness of Nellie Forbush to leave Little Rock, Arkansas, because she's like, I wanted to like go and meet different types of people and decide if I liked them just as much as the people who live in Little Rock. Mitzi Gaynor, be kind to yourself.
You're more than just a little hick. Nah, I don't like how big this age gap is, not gonna lie.
The age gap is cavernous.
And his, Emile's internal monologue was, it's exactly the type of girl I've been looking for. Young. That's one of his first qualifications.
But he's like nervous too, which I kind of like, you know?
He's like, can I ask her out? Oh, weird internal monologue. It's an entire duet sung via telepathic internal monologue.
But it's very musical theater, right? Like in the musical theater version, like in the stage version, they're probably facing two different ways on the stage.
But singing out loud.
Singing out loud. There's spotlights. You know what I mean?
Just that their mouths would be moving.
They're drinking these absolutely enormous snifters of cognac. It's just, and they're just sucking it down on this hot day. It's probably like 4 p.m.
Now they're seeing yellow.
I've never seen somebody suck down a cognac like that. Again, this is an absolutely gorgeous piece of scenery. It's a beautiful vista, and they've overlaid this yellow.
And what's extra weird about it is they don't do it for the whole scene.
Yes,
they start normal, they switched back to normal, then they're back to the yellow. So you get a glimpse of what it would look like without it. Here we go, Some Enchanted Evening. I forgot that every song, no matter how good they are like 5 minutes long minimum.
So long. Because Daddy DeBeck here is about to say, like, move in with me, get married, be the father of my 2 illegitimate children. Oops.
Hey, don't spoil the next scenes.
Daddy DeBeck's about to drop a bomb.
Now that you've fallen in love with me.
This is classic 1940s pragmatism. Emile DeBeck is like, I'm much older than you. If we have kids, I'm going to die while they're still kids. While they're still young.
So just take that into consideration. That's good. It's a very mature conversation they need to be having.
Sure, but he hasn't asked Mitzi about her preferences.
The filter just turned off abruptly.
Well, because the spell's been broken. Henry, the sarong-clad servant, was here with her pocketbook. All right, so Emile is about to drop some pretty heavy lore on 19-year-old Nellie Forbush.
She's like, oh yeah, I killed the man and had to leave France.
God, Mitzi Gaynor's hair is so great here, too. It's just this, like, spunky little pixie. Look at it. Ah, great.
Kind of rockabilly.
She's got a lot of thinking to do. She's running away. She went to top speed. All right, so here's his 2 illegitimate children who snuck over and now are singing creepily. He does seem to be a pretty involved father for the 40s with his illegitimate children, but he still has not told Nellie Forbush. So take from that what you will. No, they're not illegitimate. They're just mixed. So he's a widower.
Yeah.
And the 2 kids are left over from...
Yeah, you kept saying they're illegitimate.
Well, he seems like someone who would just be out there fathering. I'm just saying.
Oh, please excuse the way I look.
She said,
I'm just wearing
excuse the way I look.
my cute dolphin shorts, my little tied-up chambray shirt.
These Navy heroes are all tripping over themselves when Mitzi Gaynor walks in the room. Nellie Forbush is out here diming out Emile DeBeck.
Yeah, why is she snitching? He killed the man. That's why he left. The Navy's making Nellie Forbush to spy. They're turning her into espionage. What is her real role? She's a nurse?
They're like, Nellie, your face is a 10, your body's a 10. You're a smart young woman. Get out there and hoe it up for your country. And she's like, all right, sure, I'll do it. She knows how hot she is.
Come on, Kate. You know the old saying, you don't spring a couple of Polynesian kids on a woman right off the bat. It's good advice.
Captain Brackett just talked about how much he gets, which is insane. Everyone has crazy pants in this. Here's a guy with one cutoff leg and one capri leg.
What work do they have to actually do here? They're just always trying to leave and go to Bali High. Like,
Tyler,
they have to run this island.
Part of the point of the musical, right, is like they're bored.
Yeah.
You know, like they've built this outpost. There's not a lot of action going on right now. They don't know what the Japanese are up to. The fight in the Pacific Theater has not yet truly begun. They're just kind of like biding their time. So they make trinkets, they do laundry, they putz around, they gaze into the distance at Bali High and wonder what's going on over there.
What is that piece of jewelry on?
That's Luther Billis's
Luther's
large piece
neck.
of jewelry.
It's like a dog tag that got hit with a grow ray. Like, it's huge.
All right, so here's, I think, your first kind of glimpse of Rodgers and Hammerstein's intent behind this musical, which is to write a pretty racially progressive musical. So Nellie Forbush is like talking down about her mom, who's super prejudiced against anyone who's not from Little Rock. Also, the fact that Mitzi Gaynor can make that towel look cute is really upsetting.
It's just not right. How come Emile DeBlanc is riding his horse up to the women's shower area?
Get Emile out of...
Doesn't seem quite right.
Also, I love that Luther Billis is kind of running the local economy here. It's the Luther Billis shower that everyone's using.
Is that his name, Emile DeBlanc?
DeBeck.
DeBeck. Who am I thinking of? Benoit Blanc.
It's always fun when someone who is startlingly attractive gets to do a funny bit of physical comedy, you know, like Mitzi Gaynor gets to do here. She gets to do kind of like a he's right behind me, isn't he, situation.
See, I don't like that. Save some comedy for those of us who aren't hot, Mitzi Gaynor.
Oh, all right, Mitzi Gaynor. Jesus Christ. She looks like sexy Lord Licorice. What is that bikini top? It's so great.
Oh, she really does like him because she doesn't want to spy, right?
Yeah, she doesn't want to be a spy. And Emile DeBeck has fallen hard for Mitzi Gaynor. He's throwing a party with like his fellow plantation owners so that like she could see like, hey, this is what your life could be like. I want you to meet my friends. Yeah, she really likes him. She doesn't want to spy on him.
I just feel like maybe the naval officers should have given her like a day of training before they sent her off on this spy mission.
Emile, stop talking. We got the answer we need. That you like the Declaration of Independence. Stop talking about the fact that you killed someone. Uh-oh.
Oh, no, it's getting yellow again.
Screen's
Here we
getting
go.
yellow.
Here we go. It literally looks like something's wrong. Like the editor spilled his beer on the movie.
All right, so Emile DeBeck's doing like a little bit of a YOLO here, and he's like, please marry me. We all have so few days on this earth.
I haven't heard someone say YOLO in quite some time.
Nellie, just say yes. He's rich. You live in Little Rock. You can lay in his bassy voice like a hammock for the rest of the days that he's alive, which apparently is not going to be many, according to him.
Hey, she doesn't know about these 2 kids yet.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the kids.
Her Polynesian stepchildren.
She's cool girl right now, but she's about to be tested. You shouldn't ask someone to marry you before you introduce your Polynesian children.
He revealed that he murdered a man in the past. That's good. Good
That's
information
a big reveal,
to give early.
Big reveal.
Other hand,
but you don't have to care for the murdered man for the rest of your life, because let's not forget, Emil's going to die soon, as he keeps saying.
Well, and the life she's picturing, at least for the first couple of years before they have a kid, maybe, you know, she's not going to get if she's going to be a mother, an instant mother.
Next Friday, they're getting married. That's it.
Great.
It's war, Tyler. This is war.
Yeah, life's precious, Kate.
He saw her in that Lord Licorice bikini and he was done.
Let's get married. Let's get married.
Like every viewer.
On Friday.
Done. I love this song. Just the rhyme of romance with pants, really, is so good. For our listeners, Tyler's literally swaying back and forth. He's having such a great time.
I'm as corny as Kansas in August. I'm as normal as blueberry pie.
Wouldn't you like to live in a world where blueberry pie is normal? It's just always here?
Should be normalized, yeah. It's interesting so far how many of these songs have the most minimal blocking. I'm not criticizing it. I'm just pointing it out. Because again, you have a beautiful ocean in the background. We're on the beach. But I mean, she's just standing or sitting, singing.
But think of the equipment you have to move around in the sand.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot.
Yeah. It's just they teased us with all those guys going nuts during the Bloody Mary's the Girl I Love. So it's interesting how much of it is much more chill. Some Enchanted Evening was similarly very simple. I guess they're like, look, you get to look at Mitzi Gaynor. What more do you want?
Yeah, what more could you possibly want?
There she goes. She's dancing. There we go. Okay, she's doing cartwheels now. I spoke too soon.
Whatever that is. Whatever feral dance move Mitzi Gaynor just did, I loved it. I loved it.
She's like running around on this overturned boat doing these weird moves.
Is South Pacific the movie that 2026 needs?
Just this like World War II aftermath writing of like, I hate bullies. I thought the whole world hated bullies, but I've seen them bully leaders crop up all over the world.
Uh-oh, everyone's having existential time now.
They're like, wait.
Emil DeBeck, he's been reading a lot of philosophy up on the plantation, I think.
One conversation with Emil what's his? Dubois? Dubeck.
You keep saying different names for him.
And all of the high-level army officers are like, why are we fighting this war?
What does it mean? Luther Billis is having the time of his life.
Crushing a beer.
All right, so now we see Lieutenant Cable is on the boat, and he's trying to cut loose, but he'll never cut loose. He's very tightly wound.
Too tight, yeah. He's trying. Look.
You can see he's taking his shirt off, but you can tell that he's not having a fun time.
He took it off, but he probably folded it up really perfectly.
Definitely.
All right, so they're on the island.
They have ridden out to Bali High.
It looks just as fun as they all sang about.
Yep. Lots of women. Remember, they've put all their women over here on the island.
Right. Keep them away from the likes of Luther Billis.
Luther Billis is having the best day of his life.
He's already completely
He's got 14 lays on.
Yeah.
Bloody Mary's everywhere. I love it.
I like when you go to Bali High, in the background, you just quietly hear a chorus going, Bali High.
Lieutenant Cable's about to have his world rocked. Bloody Mary is entrepreneurial to the end. She is here trying to sell her daughter to Lieutenant Cable. It's 1950. This is enough to build a life on.
They both speak French.
Un petit peu.
The distance the lieutenant held his fingers apart of how little French he spoke was microscopic amount.
Also, I would be a little scared if a shirtless American just showed up in my home. Even if my mom brought him there. I'd be like, hey, get out of here. Geet. All right, these two.
Wow, that was quick. Yeah. I'm confused if this was like a brothel situation or...
I think Bloody Mary is looking to seat herself comfortably.
She said she would make a nice wife.
Yes.
So is she really trying to set them up
I think
in a
Bloody Mary is looking to have herself have a comfortable life. And I think the way that you do that is by having an American son-in-law.
I'm just surprised with how much they're getting away with showing in this movie. And I know it's like a lot of implied stuff, but like...
And they kind of do a, like, not really a train going into a tunnel, but the sun sets in Polynesia.
Yeah, these two characters clearly just had sex. And characters are always talking about sex. Oh, I didn't know he was going to sing.
Oh, he's going to sing.
Huh. He seemed like not the type.
Tyler,
he's tightly wound.
He's just been awakened.
Good point.
He didn't sing before he met Liat and before the sun set in Polynesia.
I'm just surprised with how kind of strict movie standards were. This is still the era of the Hays Code. There's no ratings. You just have to be appropriate according to these rules. And they just seem like they're really getting away with a lot.
They are towing the line, I think, but they understand where the line is, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, they're on the line.
I don't like how they're just focusing on how young everyone is.
Yes.
I'm a little worried about how young Liat actually is.
And he's like, you're so young. Like,
And
yeah,
also,
right.
how many times has this happened this week to poor Liat?
Yeah.
Lieutenant Cable's at least nice to her. He's like singing her a song. It could be worse, Tyler. It could be better,
You'll
but it could be
defend
worse.
any of these movies that you loved as a
no,
child.
It's very bad that this is happening.
Like, look, if it's her pathway, I mean, is it bad to live here, though? Like, I was going to say her path out of here. They just have kind of a traditional economy. Like,
Yes.
it's not bad. Her mom pimping her out, pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
But will her life be better if she gets married to this lieutenant and then what, he's bringing her back to America?
He's really rocking her around.
He's holding her like she's a corpse also.
And he's fallen hard.
He said he's younger than Springtime
He
now?
feels younger than Springtime when he's with her.
Questionable.
And gayer than Starlight. Or gayer than Laughter? I can't remember. Liat's running after him. She's like, wait, your underpants.
Oh my God, don't jump up like that and embrace on this little bridge. Liat really is good at holding perfectly still.
That's one of her many charming
all of these
attributes.
songs. He sings.
She speaks a little French and she can stay perfectly still. And she has pretty eyes. She's a pretty girl.
I appreciate how barely any of the American people in this movie speak French because it's almost at my level of French when they do their really bad sentences.
These two. Don't you want to live on this evil colonial plantation?
It does look really beautiful.
I just love how much Nellie hates Little Rock.
She is always slanging it.
She just literally yelled into the air how different and
This is so much
better.
different and better than Little Rock. My mother's a racist.
But are Nellie's progressive ideals about to be tested when Emil reveals that he has 2 children he's not told her
We're
about?
still waiting on that, yeah. Where do they go all day?
They have like a nanny, I'm sure.
She's as gay as a daisy. He's as gay as Laughter. He's gayer than Laughter. And we haven't mentioned now everything's blue. But they still do this, and it's one of my pet peeves when modern movies and shows do this all the time. They film the scene during the day and then just make it blue and be like, it's night.
It's nighttime now.
Don't worry about how the light's bouncing off of their skin and hair
Yep.
that is clearly from the sun.
It's fine. Go nights.
Mitzi Gaynor is slurping down the leftover champagne she found after the party. She's drinking from 3 different coupes. She doesn't know whose those were.
Listen, she grew up poor. You can tell. Emile DeBeck is like, look, here's a fresh bottle. Let me open this for you. And
Why?
she's like slurping it down. She's drinking out of dirty champagne coupes. And you're like, you don't have to do this, Mitzi. You don't have to do that anymore.
This movie definitely has a problem with the men wanting to be with younger women.
Yes.
At least Mitzi Gaynor's character is old enough to have enlisted.
They had to have somebody stand in for, they couldn't have Emilio Tozzi play Emile DeBeck because his voice would have blown Mitzi Gaynor's eyeballs out.
If he was really singing in front of her face. Oh, look, here we go. She's meeting the children. How's this gonna go? He's really dropping this bomb after this nice dinner, this nice party.
Emile, this is a conversation we really should have had before Nellie agreed to marry you. This is not
Yes.
fair to her.
No.
But Nellie's crowing about how progressive she is.
Yeah, but take the racial element out of it. It's just a man with 2 children. It might not
Yeah.
be what you wanted. The blue filter makes him look like Mr. Freeze. Some enchanted evening this has turned out to be.
Well, don't hide your family. That's the secret.
Yeah, but she could marry a DuPont.
Baby, DeBeck.
Never hide your kids.
It's a bad idea. If you have progeny, you should reveal them.
Before getting engaged.
Yes.
I'm not saying he had to bring him out on the first date, but
No. No
he's
reason to do
completely
that.
misrepresented himself here.
It is not fair to Nellie Forbush to drop this bomb and then expect her to feel the same way.
Yeah.
Or just react completely appropriately without giving her time to process
Wow.
it.
Speaking of time to process, it's the intermission. Let's go to the lobby, get some snacks.
Here's the entr'acte. Anyway, there's Liat.
Look at this cinematography.
It's beautiful, right?
Jeez Louise. I just wish they would tell us Liat was 18, which I don't think she is.
I just wish they would tell us Liat was
just-
18 and had finished grammar school.
That's just something that would put my mind at ease about this.
Well, I'm going to tell you, that's information you're not going to get, Tyler.
Okay, so the lieutenant, how is he fulfilling his job
He's
right
not.
now? Now he's just
he only cares about a girl. He was
going-
just
It's true.
chastising Emile
Literally,
DeBeck for it.
You know, you just care about this girl. You don't care about... And he was criticizing just a Frenchman who is not part of the United States Navy for not signing up for a voluntary mission. And now he actually is abandoning and shirking his responsibilities.
Look at how much fun you could be having.
They're going down water slides. He is having a great time. Now they're just showing off. The camera's underwater.
These two, obsessed with each other.
White swim trunks was a bold move. From the lieutenant.
I think they're just his underpants.
My God, they're swimming in underwater caves. This is like the tactics at a car dealership. Bloody Mary's like, oh, Lieutenant, this other guy keeps proposing to Liat. You better get married quick. Bloody Mary is a proud war profiteer. She's like, I make so much money while we're at war. It's amazing. That's right. He has a girlfriend in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I totally forgot. And it appears that he forgot as well.
Honestly, it's a tempting offer. Let's say in this scenario, Liat is 18.
Yes, that's a big...
Right? Let's say that Liat is of age.
Yeah.
Here's what Bloody Mary is offering. She's like, I am rich. You can come live in the South Pacific, slide down this waterfall every day. You don't have to work. You can just fish out of the sea and eat whatever you want. Go make love on this rock, and you don't have to do anything.
What's in it for Liat then? I thought it was going to be that Liat's going to get out, but it's the opposite. She wants him to stay.
Yeah.
What's in it for Liat? Can't she find a nice, age-appropriate...
Liat's obviously taken with this guy.
Sure.
You know, he's good looking in a Sandy kind of way. Maybe she's into that. And in this scenario, she's 18. And maybe she also speaks English so they can communicate.
Instead of this fun pantomime she's doing while her mom sings a song about how he should marry her.
Maybe Bloody Mary just really wants grandchildren.
Yeah, but it sounds like Liat has no lack
Shortage
of offers
of suitors,
from.
yeah.
Also, is he going to have to go AWOL? Like, is he going to continue to be in the military?
Also, has Liat been practicing this?
This little routine,
This little
definitely.
pantomime. She and her mom are practicing this at night. They're very clearly smitten with each other. And in this mental scenario, she's 18. I can't stress enough.
Okay, I Googled how old is Liat supposed to be.
Is that why you were grimacing?
Yeah, in the James Mitchell source novel Tales of the South Pacific, her age is explicitly stated
And
17.
oh, so close.
It's better than I
thought.
than I feared.
But it's still
as
not
good as I
okay.
hoped. I'll tell you that this Google search revealed that many other people have this question.
I think the other thing we have to consider is that in America, 16-year-olds are marrying with their parents' consent in 2026.
Right. And
So-
especially when this takes place.
Yes. And I'm not saying that that's right. I'm saying that that's disgusting and that we should not be doing it in 2026. There's lots of things we shouldn't be doing in 2026. And South Pacific articulates a lot of them. Lieutenant Cable, you do not deserve a reprise right now.
Do you want him to marry Liat?
I can't decide.
What'd you want as a child?
I think as a kid, you want them to get married, you know?
What was your read on Emile and
oh, great.
Miss Forbush?
No notes. But when you're like 7, everyone looks old, Tyler.
That's a good point. The age gap probably wasn't quite as noticeable, huh? You didn't realize you were much closer in age to Mitzi Gaynor, and you guys probably wore the same size clothes.
Yeah. Luther Billis presents the Thanksgiving Follies.
I love
Luther Billis.
He's a great
He's
character.
entrepreneurial, you know?
This is the Thanksgiving show they have to put on.
It's for morale, Tyler. This is what you would be in charge of. Holy shit. What Stewpot's got going on? Whoa. Stewpot is tanned, toned, and wearing a Speedo.
Wow. We both had the same reaction at the same time. The first time you've seen him without his crop top.
All right, so Nellie Forbush is asking for a transfer. She's like, I need to get out. I can't do it.
That's how badly I don't want to be a stepmother.
I mean, I get it. Tyler, can a girl from Little Rock find happiness with a mature French planter? Nellie was crying while she was trying to choreograph the Thanksgiving Follies, and they just handed her off. Luther Billis handed her off to the captain who's in charge of this settlement.
Is this in the captain's skill set to emotionally manage?
He's in daddy mode right now. He's in father mode.
Oh,
Father
okay.
mode?
Thank you for clarifying.
He's in father mode. He's like, Nellie, they need you to choreograph the Thanksgiving Follies. It could turn the tide of the war. Here's the
Here we
Thanksgiving
go.
Follies.
Oh my
Here we
God.
go.
She's
We're
in
going to
her
do a
little
play
male
within a
sailor
play.
suit.
Oh, it's night out because they've put the blue filter on now. Emile has showed up at the Thanksgiving Follies uninvited. They've put a lot of thought into this.
There's many hours and hours of rehearsal, as
Yeah.
we saw. I feel like Emile's watching this like, never mind.
Emile's like, I was born in the 1800s. I can't handle this.
This gender-swapped comedy act. It's so funny because I thought Nellie was just like in charge of the Follies. Of course, she is the lead performer of the opening act as well.
Tyler,
It's a lot of
she's
responsibility.
carrying the entire army on her back right now.
The full
She's
morale.
carrying the entire navy on her back. Stewpot's here. He's wearing grapes. He's wearing grapes as a bikini. You know I love a play within a play. Luther Billis is doing a body roll right now. Incredible.
The unruly crowd is throwing darts into Luther
Yep.
Billis's butt. There's Stewpot.
Stewpot is like, I want to see Stewpot's part of the Follies. Is he supposed to be like Dionysus? Like, what do we got going on here?
Luther Billis kind of pouring his guts out to Nellie and like telling her how he really feels while wearing the leftovers of the makeup from the show is really great.
Okay, no one said that Lieutenant Cable had malaria, but apparently he had malaria.
He had, quote, that darn malaria, which he caught from hanging out too long in Bali High.
There's a lot of standing water everywhere, so it could be anywhere.
I don't like when Cable sings. This doesn't feel like his would.
Style.
Yeah,
it doesn't feel on brand for him. This is actually a really nice depiction of like a male and female friendship.
Yeah, there's never really been any hint in this that they're interested in each other.
Like
Cable
Nellie and
Nellie,
Cable are just like not interested in each other romantically in any way. They're supporting each other through this like very complicated time in their lives. It's like nice. She asked Cable to stay while she talks to Emil. She needs like some support.
All right, Nellie's out here saying, I can't be with you, Emil, not because you didn't tell me about those children and were dishonest with me, but because I'm kind of racist.
Yeah, she has to confront the fact that like she thought she was really cool, but she's not.
Here's the anti-racist anthem. You've got to be taught.
All right, here's Rogers and Hammerstein trying their best. They're like, you have to be taught racism. Like, it is not something that you were born with. Like, you have to be taught by your society, by your family. And then they're like,
oh yeah, good job, guys. Oh,
you're like, oh my God, we're doing it. And then they're like, those guys' eyes look f***ing weird. Right?
You have a good point here, guys, but I know it's the best they could do at the time. We have to just accept that. We should just be happy that it's an anti-racist song.
You're like, oh my God, you're so close. Cable's having his epiphany right now. He's like, I don't know if I can go back to the U.S. It's too racist.
I don't want to say Cable and Liat shouldn't be together, assuming she's
We're going to say, in this scenario, Liat is 18.
Yeah, but I don't know that he, at age 20, whatever, like this very young age, should be like, I'm staying here for the rest of my life.
I mean, listen, the life that Cable is being offered is pretty great. Remember, Bloody Mary was like, please, come and stay here. You don't have to do anything. You can just swim in this beautiful waterfall. You might get malaria a couple times a year, but whatevs.
You'll build up an immunity.
I think this is a really beautiful song, too. This nearly was mine. Again, beanbag chair voice. You just let it embrace you. Look at these two sad sacks. Cable's like, hey, Emil, you have nothing to live for. Do you want to go and accompany me on this secret mission that will probably almost certainly end in our deaths? And he's like, yes.
Also, did Lieutenant Cable just compare warfare to hunting animals?
It's not great.
He's like, you have to be taught to hate people who are different than you. Also, come hunting with me.
Luther Billis is always up to something. Now he's created some kind of camouflage netting.
He looks like some garbage.
Yeah.
Is he on the mission?
No, that's just Luther Billis. He's created some kind of camouflage netting out of garbage.
He can kind of like float in the water and eavesdrop on people. And he just looks like some floating beer cans. Can't believe there's a mission in this movie on top of all the other things.
All right, Luther Billis definitely has ADHD, but like he has mostly all the good traits of ADHD. He's like super entrepreneurial. He's always got his hand in something, you know, he's like working hard, but he also was like, hey, this looked like it would be kind of fun. So I snuck aboard this plane.
Onto their mission.
I'm pretty bored on this island. All right, Luther Billis just fell out of the plane.
Jesus. This is a really strange turn, I feel like. I feel like it's like really making light of the seriousness of war.
Luther Billis is about to get machine gunned to death. He's just rowing away.
Like it's like slapstick, life or death warfare.
All right, so here's Luther Billis single-handedly starting some kind of armed conflict in the Pacific Theater. Luther, did we think about the consequences that might be associated with this?
The military is going to send in a destroyer if they must, just to save Luther Billis.
He's got a tummy tattoo and he can do a body roll. Tyler.
I feel like this man is invaluable to the armed forces.
Luther's important for morale.
When you were a kid, did you like this part or were you like, get back to the songs?
I didn't really care, yeah.
It was a simpler time. They found some fishing boats in the U.S. Military with all its might isn't blowing them out of the water. They're like, those are just fishing boats. Leave them alone.
So they've rescued Luther Billis, but at the cost of $600,000 in 1943. So Luther Billis is pretty sunburnt from being out in the boat all day, and I can't decide if they've put makeup on him or if they just were like, go out there and stand in the sun until you're good and red.
Yeah, 1 hour out there, save a lot of makeup money. I'm struck by the combination of military movie and musical. It's not what I think of when I think of a musical.
See, everybody's got malaria, diphtheria. You were asking, like, what is Nellie Forbush and all her nurses up to,
yeah,
you know?
Here she is taking care of many, many people. Is the military going to pay him when this is over?
No.
What's in it for Emil?
Almost certain death. But remember, Emil has nothing to live for now. Not his children, not his manservant.
Now, if he can't have Nellie Forbush, I get it.
This movie's got something for everybody.
It's true. There hasn't been a song in a long time. And this has been just a straight up military mission sequence with aerial combat, espionage.
Girl, he is not your Frenchman anymore. You decided that you could not accept his Polynesian children.
True. Also, I know the answer, unfortunately, but if she's so prejudiced, why isn't she prejudiced against the French, too? Oh, my God.
He's dead, baby.
Lieutenant Cable's dead?
He's straight up dead.
Wow.
Look, they're burying him under some leaves.
Jeez, they're just showing his dead body.
Yeah.
Whoa.
All right, so Cable died, just straight up.
They didn't show it. How
I don't
it happened,
know.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, they've been being bombarded from above.
Yep, he could have been shot. He could have been bombed. He could have like stepped on a piece of glass and got an infection. We don't know.
It's malaria.
Malaria, maybe. She could have been a rich plantation owner's wife. She could have had built-in family. She wouldn't have had to have babies, you know?
Kate, I think you're projecting your own desire to not be pregnant or have a baby on others. Lots of people want that.
Oh, that's nice for other people.
Your baby is the Not-Stalgia podcast.
And it's thriving. It is a healthy baby.
It's like 9 years old. 9, 8. It's 8.
Yeah. My podcast baby is in like the 2nd or 3rd grade. It's insane.
This really took a grim turn.
It's grim.
And I know it's about war.
Cable's straight up dead.
I know. It's sad. It took at least he doesn't marry a child now. It took 2 hours for this movie that takes place during a war to really confront the horrors of war.
It's a little bit like Cabaret in that way. You know what I mean?
It's all fun until it's not.
Yeah. Right. Like you get to have like a fun, silly time. You get to do the Thanksgiving follies and, run your little laundromat if you're Luther Billis and get tummy tattoos and sweat and get a light case of malaria that you recover from and think about, do I want to marry the Polynesian girl who I'm having a fling with or marry the girl that I have back home in Philadelphia? And then boom, all of a sudden it's all fun until it's not.
He was realistic though about it. He said, if I get out of this alive, I'm going to stay here.
I mean, he's staying here.
He is staying here.
They did arrange his body nicely. He looked
had
good.
The big palm
he looked good under the philodendron leaves that they arranged him underneath. The yellow filter's really taken me out of it. You know what I mean? Like, I know this is supposed to be so emotional, and I'm just like, All
right, let's see. Is Emil going to make it? And will his near-death experience have cured Nellie of her racism? Hi, children. It's me, the woman who completely abandoned you when I found out you existed.
She's had a big turnaround here. I think she's had a pretty big reckoning. Like, her platonic friend died.
He's back. He made it.
He made it.
He doesn't look so good.
I mean, he's seen a lot, Tyler.
He's had a rough couple weeks.
His friend Joe died.
Yeah.
He's got the worst sunburn that anyone's ever had in their entire lives. His whole body is going to slough off. He had to kill, probably. Like, we also have to think about that. He's probably had to kill someone. Yeah. You know?
At least once. Yeah, but remember, he only lives here because he was killing back when he was in his 20s.
Nellie has had a turnaround here. You know, she's decided what's more important, my ingrained prejudice that my family has laid upon me or a hot older man. She just slid this huge soup tureen over to him. He's like,
slurp it down. She gave him the serving spoon to eat with.
He's very hungry. He's probably been eating like leaves and bugs. There you go.
That's the end?
Yeah, Tyler.
That's it?
I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair and send him on his way. Get the picture?
What did you think?
Overall, great music, great scenery, great actors, everything. All good there.
Who is your favorite character and why is it Luther Billis?
Luther Billis is pretty great. I said it earlier, but musicals are so, it feels like they were in for a minute a few years ago with like Wicked Part 1. By the time Wicked 2 came out, people were over it again. But because musicals are not anywhere near such a popular, dominant form of movie now, and haven't really been in our lifetime that much, other than like Disney movies, it's so weird to see like this war movie musical that's doing both in equal parts. Because I just feel like this is a huge generalization, but musicals are so considered kind of feminine, I think, and war movies are considered kind of masculine. Mm-hmm. Not my feeling, just a general idea about them, that this is such an interesting combination. And
got something for everybody.
Yes, no, really.
You don't like Luther Billis, you got Stewpot.
I think that's kind of the idea, though, right? Like everybody can go to this movie together and get something out of it. That's fascinating.
How did you feel about their attempt to send a progressive message on racism?
Yeah, it's extremely explicit. Like there's literally a song about it. Mm-hmm. And even though we were joking that the song maybe could be a little more delicate, the fact that it exists at all is pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's 1950 1958,
I think the movie came out. Yeah.
but the
right, the musical.
the musical's
right.
before that, you know?
Yes. It's got a super progressive message, anti-racist message, which is both great and also extremely demoralizing to me because, unfortunately, our progress has not been linear or fast in society about these issues. But it's a good message. It's a good message for you as a kid seeing this. Do you think is this a movie you would show to a kid the age that you were when you saw it?
Probably not the age that I was when I saw it. Depends on if we have air conditioning in this scenario. I think this is a good 11 to 13 years old is like a good time to watch this.
First of all, it's just long.
It's very
so
long. It's very, very long. You might have to do it in installments like we did.
But you didn't, right? You sat straight through this movie?
Tyler, it was hot.
Incredible. If I lay still, maybe I'll be cooler.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's lots of sexy talk. There's some death and warfare.
It really pushes the envelope on several fronts, I feel like, you know?
Luther Billis's strange slapstick diversionary tactic is really weird because then we're doing that, but also we're like, look how serious war is. You could die at any minute. And meanwhile, he's like, whoa, might as well have been Don Knotts doing that.
His bit with the oar is pretty funny, though.
Pretty funny. He's using his rifle as an oar, yeah. There's just a lot going on in this movie.
A lot going on. Very long. It's very long.
Going on. 2 big romances, and one of them ends in tragedy, and one of them it turns out okay. That's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. Some Enchanted Evening, they know what they got there because they're playing it over and over again. It's featured many, many times. Anytime a musical, has a song or two that transcends the musical is always high praise, I think. It's always top notch. Okay. I'm just babbling here. It's good. Very good. I'm glad we watched it. Thank you for showing this to me. Fascinating.
You're welcome. All right, everybody, pack that sheet up. Go ahead and put it in the closet until next week.
Sheet up.
Enjoy your week. We'll talk to you soon. And if you like the podcast, you can go ahead and give us a rating or review. You can check us out on our social media because we have that. And if you have any friends or acquaintances, you can tell them about the podcast.
See you next week.
Bye.
At London's Dominion Theatre, the premiere of the film South Pacific. And in the streets outside, quite a job for the police. A big cinema event, and since it's South Pacific, it's not surprising to find hula-hula girls lending local color. Yes, a big occasion in every way. The Dominion had been specially adapted and equipped, and the film itself is big, 70 millimeters wide instead of the usual 35.